this mouse trying to get it to open up there. It finally did. It's been that kind of first week of 2023 for us around these parts. Joe, do you ever have those kind of weeks?
No, never.
Joe Kinter with us from downtown Indiana this morning as we talk about events coming into 2023. Brand new year. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Downtown Indiana announcing just recently in the search for a new director, huh?
Yep. We're looking for applicants who are interested in helping lead downtown Indiana into the future. We've received quite a few applications so far, and excited by the opportunity to start working with somebody to help us, those of us who are volunteering with the organization, move it forward.
Yeah. Well, that'll be a big moment.
Yeah.
Downtown Indiana has had many different mission statements, many different ways and approaches to how the organization operates. As we look forward into 2023, I'm sure that you and the board of directors, you've got a vision for downtown Indiana. What can you share about what that vision looks like?
Sure. I think our primary purpose is to help facilitate making the central business district and the surrounding residential districts as vibrant as possible. And that includes through supporting the businesses that are already here, helping to recruit businesses that might fill empty storefronts, and then creating engagement opportunities between people in the community, people from outside the community, and those businesses. Mm-hmm. And so our goal is to try and increase that engagement and to do what we can with the resources we have to help support the businesses that are here, and to try and encourage, for the few storefronts that aren't yet filled, to encourage businesses that would, kind of contribute to that vibrancy to come here.
We tend to look at downtown Indiana as an event-driven organization, and you are for a large part. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, there's that background work that must be done, and support work that you speak of as well. And there's some really, you got to get some dirt underneath the fingernails to make all this work, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. There's a well-developed kind of system of support here, from the elected officials through the county organization, Office of Planning and Development, the Chamber of Commerce, the Tourist Bureau. So there are organizations here that are already supporting part of that mission. I think I view Downtown Indiana's responsibility as leveraging the resources and the expertise that exist there, specifically for the promotion and the advancement of the central business district and the surrounding residential communities. And, so those of us who are involved in the organization are passionate about how having a vibrant downtown can have a positive impact on the community as a whole, the county as a whole. Mm-hmm. And so our work is in part promotion through events, bringing people down here, but also doing some of that behind the scenes work that you described, where we're trying to support the businesses that are here and then attract those that might be interested.
Yeah. With those events that are done, and the opportunity to attract visitors to downtown Indiana and see what all we have here, mm-hmm. which is a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's a review process that you go through. Is this event as a whole working? Are there things within that event that we can do differently or better? And that review process, it can't be a one-time thing. It has to be every single time, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's over the last couple of years, I think we've started to put in place a healthy process for immediately following the event, having a review with the people who were involved in planning and executing, and getting feedback and documenting that feedback, mm-hmm. So that on an event-by-event basis, we have kind of the important details to work off going forward. And then at this time of year, when there aren't a bunch of events that are happening in the immediate term, the folks that are part of the promotions committee are thinking hard about how to take the feedback that we got immediately following those events and adapt what we have, add to what we have. Mm-hmm. And I think part of the attraction of having a director is that we can add a bit more on the event side, than we were able to do just as a volunteer-only organization. And so some of the focus now is saying, okay, what are ways in which we can further advertise or promote the Central Business District through events that people want to attend and will bring people, down here that are supplemental to the stuff that we're already doing, which in general seems to be going well. I mean, the events in the second half of the year, like the Taste and Tour and the Wine and Spirits Walk and Oktoberfest and the It's a Wonderful Life Festival, I mean, were all really good events last year. They were well attended. The attendees seemed engaged and interested, and I think everybody had a good time. The feedback from the businesses was positive. So we want to take some of that momentum and build on it by furthering those events, but also adding to them, and hopefully with some extra capacity with a new director, we're able to do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're looking for somebody who has experience, but also somebody who has a few fresh ideas as well. And can blend those in, that ability to be able to work cooperatively with a group and bring a group together when there can be small issues that turn into much bigger and more problematic issues. All those things have to be a part of this, don't they?
Yeah, communication is super important. Communication with the businesses that we're trying to help, communication with the other community organizations that we're working with, communication with the board of directors. That's all super important, and that kind of lays the groundwork. And then I think what makes for a really great candidate is somebody who is invested in the community and is interested in building upon what exists to bring more value to the businesses and the residents here in town.
With the events that you've already mentioned, particularly the fall events, combined with the spring and summer events in downtown Indiana, in this past year, were there some things that really stood out that maybe surprised you, or that you could even predict were getting more popular, and you said to yourself, "Wow, we've got something here. Let's build on this a little bit."
I think events that involve food and beverages are very popular. It's not hard to convince people.
We like to eat and drink.
To come down here. I think I was surprised, very pleasantly surprised. We have a few arts-based events throughout the year, starting off with the Arts Walk in April. And I was really surprised and happy with the support that people in the community showed for those arts-based events. We have a super vibrant art scene. It's not maybe always at the top of people's mind, but, there are lots of talented artists in the community, and there are an increasing number of ways to view those artists' work, and people want that. That's something that people will travel to downtown Indiana to see, and so I was very happy with the response that we got from the community on the arts-focused events, the live music events. Chuck Olson and Tom Harley and the Indiana Theater Group are putting on these Indiana Theater Presents series. And the first two have been wonderful. We have Billy Price. Speaking of great events, Billy Price coming up at the end of the month. Just really highlighting kind of some of the other stuff that exists here, live music, arts, that just further supplements the great retail and restaurants that we have in downtown.
When you mentioned that and some of those other events, the facilities in downtown Indiana are really good for events. IRMC Park on North 7th Street, that is a fantastic venue. And I know that you're always looking for ways to utilize it, maybe even new ways. The theater building that people are now getting reinterested in, it offers some great opportunities. Other small venues, galleries and those sorts of things, they're all part of this whole, I don't know if rebirth would be the right way to put it, but certainly of this growing happiness with the fact that our arts community is pretty healthy.
Yeah, for sure. During COVID, we started the Third Thursday events, which are live music events in the park every third Thursday. That has a really cool following, and being able to sit in the middle of town during the summertime and listen to live music for free while grabbing a beer from the bar around the corner is a unique experience, and something that is a wonderful asset to the community. And then when you add the theater and the galleries, the new pottery studio. There are a lot of ways to experience art in the community, and I think that part of our responsibility as DI is to highlight that in addition to the retail and the restaurants, so that people really understand how much there is to do if they decide to come and visit downtown.
Yeah. All right. So in order to make all that happen, you need an organization like Downtown Indiana, and you folks are really working hard and still having fun, I hope.
Absolutely.
As we head into 2023, best of luck to you. Good luck in finding yourself that new director. Is there an anticipated hiring date, or is it a drawn-out interview process? What do you anticipate?
Trying not to draw it out too much. I think we're hoping within the next month or two we'll have a decision and can move forward into event season with somebody in place.
There you go. There you go. Joe, thanks for coming to visit with us today.
Thanks for the invitation.
We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. We're 3 minutes away from the top of the hour. Fox News comes your way then, and we follow that with news from our WCCS newsroom with Josh. Check of sports on the way as well.
You're always on time, a hard worker, but you're not getting paid enough where you work now. Get a better paycheck along with medical, dental, vision,